Okay, bit of a random one today. Today I'm at Hall Park skate park in Horsforth, helping the local community group with some repairs to the skate park. So this is the main big kidney bowl. There's a few issues with that, and then this is the rest of the skate park. And today we're going to be fixing some of the coping stones. So some of these coping stones around here have come loose. So we're going to be taking them off. We're going to be using a hammer and a sort of chisel to chisel out all the old sort of bedding, and then re-bedding them on some nice new mortar. Also, we'll be raking out some of these little these bits where it's damaged. This one's okay, and then refilling it with some rapid fix cement sealant, and then using an angle grinder with a polishing feature to sand them back to make it nice and smooth, so when they're dropping in and doing all their skateboard tricks, there's no trip hazards. We'll also be fixing some tiles over here. It's like in a swimming pool, sort of swimming pool type tiles, and some of them have come off. So we'll be repairing some of these, breaking out the old ones. So here we are, just using a chisel and a bolster to chip out the old mortar bed. If anyone knows an easier way of doing this, please let me know. I'm just removing these old tiles here, just breaking out any that are damaged, just using that mini little sort of a bolster or chisel and a hammer. But there's a long way to go, it's going to take me a while. And in this kidney shaped bowl, I'm having to just lie on the edge and lean over. Okay, the copings are off, and Ian's on with he's cleared it all away, made it neat, and put some PVA glue down just to seal everything up. And then we'll add the mortar and rebed those. And over here we're on with chipping off all the tiles, making sure there's a decent depth for the new tile adhesive. There we go. Just bedding it on a 3-to-1 mortar bed. So in terms of the tiling, the key thing is chipping out a good depth so you can rebed the tiles. And what I'm doing, I'm just on this one, I tend to chip all around the outside to create a nice cut, so that when you then hitting deep to chip all the middle bit out, it doesn't pop all the edge tiles off. So go round first around the edge, and then start your hard hitting, digging out deep. Obviously make sure you buy the right tiles. The ones that have been used are only 18 by 18, they're quite small, whereas standard ones are more sort of 22 or 25. So luckily we managed to get some replacement ones online. They're exactly the same size, so we can replace them. One other thing to bear in mind when repairing a skate bowl is how you're going to get to the top edge. So I'm just physically leaning over and chipping these out from the top, but we have brought a ladder. But obviously the skate bowl is very smooth, so if you're using a ladder, I recommend using these ladder pads at the bottom, which are sort of spiky rubber. And we've been up a little ladder and it's absolutely fine. It gives it enough grip at the bottom. So make sure you think about your health and safety. Okay, blob of adhesive, squidge them in, bit of wood to tap it down to make them level.
Kind of just try and make it as level as possible.
And let wet sponge it off. Yeah. Last little video, just whilst it sets, we're just going to leave the cones to keep people off the coping. Okay, skate park repairs all done. Coping's all fixed back on, that's all nicely done there. And then all the tiles that were loose and broken have been chipped out and replaced. So they're going off now with new tile adhesive. We put cones around, so now we're just going to remove all the cones, open it up to the public. And the last job is obviously sweeping up, make sure there's no debris or anything that could hit the wheels, and so nothing goes down the drain. So yeah, job well done. So if you're interested, the skate park was made by Concreate, skate park company. I think they're based in Scotland.